Here comes the commish.
Shane O'Mac.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 235 pounds.
I wonder whose life and career Shane's here to make miserable tonight.
Oh, don't start, Corey.
Commissioner Hothead is out of his mind. Completely unlikable. You know, guys, I talked to some of the members of the Mean Street Posse. They don't want anything to do with Shane O'Mac anymore because he's such an egomaniac.
And his opponent, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
Go ahead, Corey. Tell us all about The Miz.
The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B show to the show. A star of stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything The Miz hasn't done?
Did The Miz pay you to say all that, Corey?
Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. I happen to be a hopeful for consideration for a Mizzy this year.
Really?
That's right.
Mizzy? Oh, come on.
That would be awesome, Corey.
That would be ridiculous.
Where would you put it?
On my mantle with my most prized possessions.
Why are you encouraging him, Michael?
I would love to have a Mizzy.
You guys are weird.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
I saw Shane O'Mac out at ringside earlier, and I think he was scouting for somewhere to jump off of.
Yeah, as long as it's far away from this announce table, I'm looking forward to it.
Touche.
Suplex.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
You know what I respect most about Shane McMahon, guys? Is that he could very easily sit on the sidelines and reap the benefits of being Mr. McMahon's son. But instead, he chooses to prove his worth each and every time he steps into the ring.
Look at this.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match.
Watch it, Miz.
DDT! I'm not sure how much he has left. Shane McMahon's chances just went.
He's going for the pin. And a kick out at 2.
Shane McMahon right on the money with that kick out.
Shane's got a lot of fight.
Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Over the years, guys, I'd say we've come to expect Shane McMahon to do some crazy things in the ring, but I don't think anybody expected to see him leap off the top of the cell at WrestleMania 32. Whoa, down he goes.
That was impressive, Cole.
Focusing more on Shane's amazing leap at WrestleMania that Michael mentioned. Remember, Shane somehow got back to his feet after ultimately missing his intended target, The Undertaker.
Not only did he get to his feet, Saxton, Shane actually told The Undertaker to keep bringing it. If that's not the definition of Brazilian, I don't know what is.
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Harsh impact.
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s through the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall, submission, or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around. Yeah, he's running hot right now, but we'll see if he can sustain it for long.
One thing you can't take, he wants it one more time.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Thunderous slam.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
That's it. The Miz just ended this.
He's teetering on the edge here.
You guys brought up a great point about SmackDown being the land of opportunity, thanks in part to Shane McMahon. And you know, I'd say guys like Mojo Rawley and even Jinder Mahal should be thanking Shane.
No. Let's not get carried away. Anyone that has success around Shane McMahon tends to have that success in spite of Shane's presence. Wow, an A-list knee strike by the Miz.
Into the quick cover.
And there's the kick out. Look at that. Shane McMahon does his family proud despite being in bad shape.
The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the two men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE.
The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the cage onto the Warrior. But after the Warrior's signature Gorilla Press Slam, the Ultimate One climbed over the cage and retained his WWE Championship.
Over the years, guys, I'd say we've come to expect Shane McMahon to do some crazy things in the ring, but I don't think anybody expected to see him leap off the top of the cell at WrestleMania 32.
Oh, the reversal by the Miz.
Beautiful technique.
Focusing more on Shane's amazing leap at WrestleMania that Michael mentioned. Remember, Shane somehow got back to his feet after ultimately missing his intended target, The Undertaker.
Not only did he get to his feet, Saxton, Shane actually told The Undertaker to keep bringing it. If that's not... And scene.
What does The Miz have to do at this point to stay in this match? And at this point, how much more does he have to give?
I'm a little disappointed in his showing. Maybe it's me, but I really expected more from him here tonight in this steel cage match.
The truth is, though, he's in far better condition than his opponent, which has to account for something going forward here.
What a boom!
Is there nothing Shane McMahon can't do?
Shoulders on the mat. 2! He's got to do more damage before he can get a 3 count.
It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
I don't know how much more damage one person can take. I don't care how tough you are.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
Got the shoulders down. Digging deep for a kick out.
Yeah, but he's hurt, guys. I don't know how much more these superstars can take, guys. You'd have to think something's got to give here soon.
You gotta believe this one's over. Boom, what impact. Ooh. Ooh, what impact.
I really can't believe what's gone down so far. This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be. What a stomp! Good grief!
At this point, it looks like even the winner of this match will walk out of here beaten and battered. Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
Nailed it. This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Oh, nasty impact. Oh!
Given their performances tonight, it's too bad one of these superstars has to walk out of here on the losing end. Wow, look at the quickness by Shane McMahon.
Harsh impact.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory. This might be it. Oh, my.
Ooh! Beautiful technique. Harsh impact.
This has been a battle.
Oh, nasty impact. Nailed it.
What a stomp.
Good grief. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Oh, look at this.
Just a debilitating neck breaker.
The Miz is calling for it.
And see.
Skull-crushing finale.
And there it is, boys.
How are these superstars even still going, guys? I mean, they have to be on fumes right now. what impact.
Great effort, but he better save something for later in the match.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Boy, this has just been pandemonium. The Miz wins.
Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
That's what I love about the WWE. A match that lives up to expectations, but still finds a way to surprise us. Good stuff. I'm not easily impressed, but even I thought that match was one of the best I've seen in a while. He was on point the entire match, as you can see here.
Here is your winner, The Miz.
What a back-and-forth battle that was.
That's the kind of win that makes you feel good about yourself.
That match certainly lived up to the expectations of what you would see here at Money in the Bank.